Brought to you by The Vault.
Hi, I'm Shy.
And I'm Kathy, and this is our Girlfriends Talk Show where each week we have fun and we spill the tea.
Or the wine. Be sure to find us wherever you listen to your podcast and follow us on social media.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Girlfriends Talk Show. This is the 4th episode of the 2nd season. And, today we're going to talk about things that are super relevant. No, I don't mean riots or coronavirus or...
I don't feel like talking about that anymore.
Monuments. We're going to talk about the anti of all of that. And so we're going to talk about pop culture and, the things that we can still, I don't know.
Screw top wine
enjoy.
Nice.
No, this is a very good wine. Do not judge.
Screw top.
Karen. Don't judge Karen.
Ours is a screw top too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the side chicks, you might notice, have a very particular, what do you call that? A malt beverage?
Something I drank in 1999.
I never even did the Smirnoff Ice.
But I drank the black,
bit.
not the red.
When I was a bartender and somebody asked for one of these,
What do you know?
Something's about to go down.
Yeah.
Like what was going down though? I mean,
probably a fight. Probably like a girlfriend and her boyfriend is flirting with someone else and she something
People
like
who
that.
Drink Smirnoff Ice.
They're a select breed.
They'll only branch out and do another type of alcohol, which is a shot. And that's usually like a buttery nipple.
Or a Vegas bomb.
Or a Vegas bomb.
I don't know what that is.
Water moccasin.
Is that like a Jaeger bomb?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh.
But they'll kind of branch out and they'll do those little shots. But that's it. That's it. Just one. And
I have a
back
lemon drop shot.
Wow.
Lemon drop, classic.
With sugar.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess that's pop culture reference. But Shy, how comfortable do you feel with current pop culture references? Like how cool are you?
I'm not cool at all. I don't know. I don't really know anything. I just learned what an influencer was the other day.
Like really?
Yeah, a few months ago. I learned what an influencer was because I still don't even have an Instagram.
I know, which is a shame.
I don't get on that.
I mean,
Instagram.
I don't know how to work it.
And look, I mean, I'll give love to all the social media platforms because they have their purpose. But Instagram for me is the most fun because I didn't trash my Instagram up with things that I didn't want to see. So my Instagram feed is full of stuff that I like.
I do Snapchat, but only to keep up with my kids. So I only know to go to
and that's one that I didn't
discover and then click on their stories and then the map. That's all I got. And then I could do the filters.
So why don't you tell me about your knowledge of TikTok?
I don't know anything about TikTok.
Okay. It's highly, highly entertaining. Mm-hmm. It is like the rabbit hole of social media.
Now, I've seen people post a TikTok video on Facebook.
Yeah, you can share them to other.
So is TikTok an app?
It is. It's its own platform.
So it's like an Instagram and a Snapchat.
Do you remember Vine?
Do you remember Vine?
No.
It's kind of like Vine,
the 10-second videos. They're really quick and they're just.
I remember my daughter had Vine because I had grounded her from Facebook. And I looked on her phone and there was a Vine and I looked it up. Remember I'd asked you about it. I was like, do you know what Vine is? And anyway, I Googled it and it said some kind of something. So, yeah. But I never did dig into it.
It's probably a good thing. The newer Vine.
It seemed like every time I would ground a kid from a social media platform, there was a new one that they got on.
There always is.
I didn't know about.
But TikTok is highly, highly entertaining. It really is. And then there are all these other controversies about it that, it's a spy app. Because it's Chinese. And anyway, we won't go down that one rabbit hole, but TikTok, highly entertaining. Now, if you're a nerd like me, I spent about, 20 minutes last night while I was in the bathtub watching the Anatomy and Physiology TikTok channel.
So there's channels on there?
Well, you can follow people. You can follow users. And so it's this cadaver that they've totally, cut into I don't know. You can see the whole thing.
Wait,
and he's
a person?
Yeah, it's a cadaver. It's a dead person. And so they've segmented different cadavers and they're showing pancreases and they're taking ovaries out. Oh, no, it's super cool.
See, I follow a psychologist on TikTok and she'll give
like stress tips.
Yeah.
And like
So
advice on how to argue effectively and stuff like that.
Or you can also learn like a really strange little dance.
I love the dances.
Yeah.
What happened
They
to
did
just
one
TV
today.
and popcorn?
Eating your popcorn.
That's not cool. Do you know the difference between a meme and I'm sorry, I'm going to start a debate right now.
Oh.
A GIF or GIF? Do you know the difference between a meme and a GIF or GIF? CD, are you enjoying that?
A meme or a GIF or GIF? A meme. Well, a meme has a saying to it, and a GIF is just a picture, right?
No, a
The
meme
GIF
is a picture.
The GIF
A GIF
is
/ GIF is a moving picture.
Right.
Well, since Chase can't say anything right now, can we all just call it GIF?
So
The GIF.
this all brings us to, I see whenever Kathy called me and she was like, this is the title of our podcast. Karen, Becky, Chad.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell is that mean? Like,
Well,
are we going to have these people on our shows like interviewees or what?
Yes.
What are we doing?
We're going to find a Karen, a Becky, and a Chad.
So I did my own little Google research to find out what the hell you were talking
Proud of
about.
you.
And I found out that apparently these names are used in memes.
Yeah.
And I get it because the first one I read about was a Karen.
Yes.
Who's
Everyone
usually
knows a
in
Karen.
like
Well, no, we're not.
human
We're gonna go into. We're
I
actually
get it.
gonna go into these in segment 2.
Okay,
But you know, last week we implemented a new standard here at Girlfriends Talk Show. It's the Side Chicks question of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So, Side Chicks, what question of the week do you have for us today? And these are compelling questions. You might be able to find this question on our Facebook page, Girlfriends Talk Show with Shy and Kathy. Go check it out. We'd love to hear your input.
I would really love to hear people's.
I hope it's not the question y'all asked off the air.
Yes.
Which one?
MK,
So,
would you like to do that?
the question
About
is,
handies? No, I'm kidding.
If you could, would you date your high school crush today?
And why or why not, right?
Why
Yes.
or why not?
Explain.
No, because he's gotten really, 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 really out of shape.
Could you get him back into
Poor
shape?
thing.
No, I think he's too far
Like
gone.
I just said, I think that
Mm.
the guys that everyone had crushes on in high school either have dad bods, felonies, or kids.
And I hate to say it.
Are.
I mean, the majority of men, in my opinion, and I'm sorry, producers, men don't really age well. Women age very nice.
There's
you know
a
what
few
I mean?
exceptions.
some women.
Some women. Most women.
There's some Karens that
Some
don't age
men.
as
But
well.
I mean, there's things that we do to our faces, and we keep our hair, and we like, most women. Men, I feel like, just kind of let themselves go. They lose their hair. They start growing.
They can't
this
help
enormous
when
gut,
they lose their
and
hair.
they lose their butt.
all of that's true.
It does
It's like
go.
their
It's
butt
like
goes
the
in
weight
and turns
shifts.
into the gut.
Yeah.
Very,
I mean, I don't
very
get
true.
it.
Shifts.
And the hair just goes,
Well, I
except on their body.
can answer this question, but I don't know where my high school crush is because I barely knew his name. I was in love with the guy that bagged groceries at Kroger. And I don't know where he is anymore. I'm probably taller than he is now, but I loved him. Like I wrote his name on everything in my room. Like
Did he know your name?
probably not.
What? So y'all don't even date?
No. You're not supposed to date your high school crush.
Well,
So, he was only my crush like in the 9th and 10th grade, and then I got a boyfriend, so it didn't matter anymore.
well, I did.
He
date
didn't go to
my
the
high
same
school
school as
crush
me.
for just a minute. I mean,
No, it's
Until
supposed
he
to be
got
a
on
crush.
cocaine.
It's like unrequited love.
oh well,
Not
I
somebody
didn't really
you did in
have
the
one of
cemetery.
those because I pretty much got whoever I wanted.
Oh, okay, Karen.
Okay, flex, whatever.
I am a Stephanie.
MK, whatever.
So my high school crush was a guy who was on the basketball team, and he was tall, and that's why he was my high school crush.
And what is he now?
Well, it's funny because sometimes I see him at the bar.
Would you still be his boyfriend? I mean,
No, but
No.
but when I
Okay.
was single, I definitely did. I was like, hey. I had this huge crush on you. And
It's
he was
crazy,
like,
right?
really? I don't even know. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah. And
I'm totally over
and then
it now or
nothing
whatever.
happened. And so that's why I wouldn't date him. Because I tried. But now I have a boyfriend, so it's fine. I don't even care about you.
Well, I have
Yeah.
a wife.
Tall,
My
curly
crush
hair.
wasn't even my type.
Crazy.
Well, mine was he bagged groceries at Kroger. So
That's a Cinderella complex, I think.
me?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, it was.
What about yours?
Thank you for listening to that psychologist on TikTok because yes.
I don't really remember if I had like an unrequited crush
Yeah.
in high school. You know, I don't
But
know.
was there
long
like a
ago.
guy or a man or
You were in
anybody?
high school, what, 4 years ago?
I mean, everyone had like a coach crush, you know, like
Oh my gosh. Well, in my school, a girl younger than me from the softball team ended up with the coach.
Well, that always happened.
yeah, that does
Yeah.
always happen. But
The one before that, it was a girl ended up with the girl coach, and this one was a girl ended up with the guy coach. Yeah.
They were going through some coaches.
Happened a lot, man. They're still married to this day, and there's like 17 years difference in them.
Well, I mean, hey, it
last week we
not
said,
advisable, but
20.
it happens.
or yeah, week before last we said we would go 20 years.
No,
Age
you would.
difference.
You guys would go 20 years, not this side over here, because
Y'all would go 20. Hell, that would put them at 60 for me.
But think younger.
how?
Would you go
Yeah,
20 years
yeah.
younger?
So imagine me. So I said my max was this many, was 2 for you people that are listening to this podcast.
2 years?
Okay,
2
well, how
years
about,
max.
well,
Now I'd go back 10
Yeah.
years though.
How
What?
much younger?
Oh yeah,
would
absolutely.
you
How
I'd go
much
10.
younger?
go? Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Would you be
I might go 12.
5 max. Especially if it came to a guy. I mean, it takes them some bitches forever to grow up.
That's
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that, but I mean that's just how I feel about
Especially
it.
if it was a guy.
It takes
See,
them forever
that's
to
in
grow
my
up.
mind. That's
So
all I'm
we're
thinking
explicit
is
now. Here we
guys.
go.
Well, if it was a girl, then yeah, 10
They'd be
years would all
different.
right. Yeah, they, we mature. All right,
True.
so does that?
Well,
end
we're going to
segment
move
one?
on from that.
Since I said a bad word. Been talked
All right.
about
Well,
men
in
and their
segment
balding.
2, for all you guys that might be a little bit behind, like Shy, so you should be in the 10th grade, but you're still in the 9th grade. Anyway, we're going to explain to you.
That was perfect.
Sorry, friend. We're going to explain to you who Becky, Karen, Chad, who is this other?
Richard.
Kyle.
Trixie.
Yeah, Trixie. We're going to explain to you who these folks are and why you should maybe stay away from them.
I don't
So-
think that's fair to the actual.
Unless you're
Oh,
married.
no. I have a whole story about that too. So you definitely don't want to miss it, especially if your name is Kyle, Chad, Becky.
There has to be one
Karen.
in every friend group, I think.
gotta
Trixie.
be.
Tag your friends.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll me and Deborah will return.
There is not even a Deborah, by the way.
I feel you. I feel like
There
you're
should
Deborah.
be one.
I'm a Catherine. That's what I am.
All right. Well, we'll return here in just a second.
Catherine and Stephanie out.
Hey, you! Yes, you! Watching or listening to this amazing podcast hosted by 2 of the most dynamic and brilliant women you'll ever meet. Advertise with us and watch your business grow as big as our heads. Seriously, hit us up at vault.news/contact and find out how affordable you can advertise on our show.
All right, and we're back. So we're talking about Becky's, Chad's, Karen's. I mean,
And you called them
they're- no.
architectors.
They're not
So-
architects, no.
so what does it mean to be a Karen or a Chad? Right? So where this came from, they're viral memes that started from this male subculture that I'm not going to give any props to right now.
Started from the bottom.
Yeah. So because they have evident issues with females, but anyway, so they basically are folking. They're not folking.
They're what?
They want to be folking. They're not.
And that's why they're mean.
Yeah, that's why they're not nice.
A lack of focus.
And these are once again architect folkies. Okay.
The architects our country was built on.
No, but I'm sweating so badly right now. Anyway, so they were poking fun at real life archetypes. And
Archetypes.
archetypes are
Archetypes. Got it.
basically personas. So it's where you give a name to someone that acts like something that this name embodies.
Right.
You
But
know.
there were a lot of those named people that help create the whole
Yeah, sure.
persona.
Sure. But I mean, the subculture kind of named them, and then the kind of the, cultural viral whatever push happened, and they became part of mainstream culture. So that's how we know what they are, because I'm not on Reddits and subreddits, and that's basically where all that happens. All that conversation happens. I'm way up here
But
in
also,
the place
it's real
where
life when you're like, okay, Karen.
yeah, exactly. So, I really truly do feel sorry for people that are named Becky and Karen and Chad and Debbie and Kyle, even, because I didn't know that there was a Kyle.
Kyle, that's a bad one.
Kyle strikes me as a buff guy.
No,
Yeah.
Kyle actually is the antithesis of a buff guy.
Really?
Yeah, but
I would think
so
you'd find a Kyle in a gym.
With a monster and a
yeah, and he's banging
Yeah.
drywall like with his fist.
And watching himself in the
Gets
mirror.
angry.
Yeah.
No,
There's a hole in
he
his
gets
door.
really angry,
yeah.
real angry, like bad. Like we're thinking he's doing more than monsters, probably.
Watches Screamo.
Yeah.
And,
Yes.
or not watches it, but like
He
listens to it.
Yeah. So let's start with the queen of the archetypes, the queen of the memes. It is the Karen,
The Karen.
the one, the only
Classic.
Karen. So the archetype, or who a Karen would be, and there's one probably in every group. I don't really think I have a Karen in my friend group, because
I don't.
maybe
Karen,
I
I
don't
think
know.
is like, that's like a, ooh.
Like we
Yeah.
try not to invite Karen.
Oh yeah, no,
You know what I mean?
So in school, she was the class snitch. She told the teacher on everybody, right? So now she's middle aged. She has an asymmetric haircut. Think Kate
Mine's
Plessy.
more edgy. I'm shaved on the sides. Mine's edgy.
her
Mine does not look like
It's
Kate,
not
what's her
spiked in the
face?
back.
Kate Goslin with Kate Plessy. Yeah.
Mine
No.
does not look like that. And I don't spike it and push it up back here with a bump
Yeah.
it.
No, you're right. Her famous line is, "Can I speak to a manager?
Yeah.
I need to speak to a manager," because she always
They're
thinks that
classic
she's
at the
wronged, right?
restaurants.
She is the woman at Red Lobster. This actually did happen. There was a woman at Red Lobster. She was brawling with the staff during the pandemic, so very recently, because she waited too long for her food on Mother's Day. So she was actually fighting the people at the Red Lobster. That's a Karen move. Now, there are, because Karen is such a big, broad, you can like stroke it with a big, broad brush of Karens. They're sub Karens.
Okay. Right?
So they're underling Karens. They like to call the police on just anything, right? Names like Paula and Debbie.
Because they're always unhappy.
So if you know a Debbie, Debbie actually called the police because a dog was humping her leg at a dog park. So, Shai, you're married to a police officer. And if she got a call from a Debbie about a dog humping her leg at the dog park,
that's
and
probably
she got
happened.
dispatched there, what would she think?
Well, I don't want to incriminate my wife.
No, we should not.
But she probably would go to the call and stand there and laugh.
Well, she
And,
might remove the dog, but she is a dog lover. So
She would remove the dog, but she would laugh at the Debbie and tell the Debbie to suck it up and go on about your business.
As she should.
She's definitely not going to cater to that type of behavior.
not to the Debbie.
So, which one? You want me to do this
Debbie
Becky
Downer.
one?
Well, yeah, you got to do Becky, because there's a lot of confusion
There's a lot of
between what
Beckys.
a Karen and a Becky is.
Yes. Please
Okay.
explain.
So Becky's, like Debbie, will call the police as well. Becky's get a little aggravated. Rebecca. Barbecue Becky, what does that mean?
Well, she was, yeah.
Who's
Barbecue
Barbecue Becky?
Becky?
Is that a Barbie?
Barbecue Becky actually called the police because there were folks that were having a barbecue in a park, and she felt like they shouldn't have been there. I'm not going to go here because it's like it's kind of,
I
it's
could tell,
racial.
I could tell that would be a Becky.
But Barbecue Becky, that was really her name. And so
But-
this is where Becky spurns from.
So when you think about songs that incorporate Becky's, of course, Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Becky with the good hair.
Becky
Yeah.
got back.
Beyonce.
Yeah,
That's
that
right.
one. Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt.
Well, that's- yeah.
Apparently,
So-
Becky got a big old butt. I don't know.
Or no, Becky is judgmental of big butts. So Becky can't be
Yes,
my
you
friend
are
because
correct.
I have a big butt. So,
Becky is envious of my asymmetrical haircut.
and my large butt.
And her and Karen are probably friends.
You know that they are. If Karen can have friends, she and Becky are
But they
besties.
talk about
And they
each other behind
probably
their back.
just like,
Yes.
yeah,
they
they do.
probably
Frenemies.
just dial managers.
on speed.
What is
so,
it?
well,
Trick
Becky.
dial?
So
Prank
yeah,
dial.
yeah.
Prank call.
Karen
Prank call
has got
managers.
the manager's numbers, and Becky has the cops on
Nice.
speed dial. Well, we've got to give props to the dudes too out there. So there's your Chad. Now, what I thought a Chad was is not what a Chad is. A Chad, if you're referring to someone as a Chad, he gets all the ladies.
Okay.
Yeah, he does. He's got chiseled jaws and big muscles. Basically, his
He's an alpha male.
caricature is an affluent frat guy,
Every time I hear
aka
Chad,
Kathy's type.
Every time I hear Chad, on Charlie's
Okay.
Angels though at the beginning with Drew Barrymore, and she's like is leaving that guy's house, and he's like, "Was it the Chad?" The Chad, and she's like, "It's
It was
not
the
the Chad."
Chad.
So when I hear Chad, and I didn't realize this until you corrected me on it, but my whole life I thought that the Michael Jackson song, "But the Chad is not my
Oh
son,"
no,
Oh.
it's Billie Jean,
Billie Jean. I thought he said Chad, but the Chad is not my son.
the kid.
But the kid is
Bless
not
your
my son.
heart.
Anyway, so that's what I think about with Chad. All right, so let's go to. We talked about Kyle. What about Harold? Harold is the old dude.
Harold's exactly who you think Harold is.
Yes, he's the one in the office that doesn't understand the computer, doesn't understand why his phone is doing a certain thing. We just experienced one a few minutes ago upstairs.
Oh,
That's a Harold.
oh. I actually worked with a
Harold is a
man.
baby boomer
I worked. He's
that will not leave work ever.
yeah.
That will retire and
Bless
still
his
draw his
heart.
retirement, but come back for part time.
Yes, I worked with a Harold that did that, and his name was really Harold. and
Oh,
he's a
cat's
really
out of the bag.
a really nice guy.
They're all real nice. They're just old.
So, do you know who Stacy is? Have you? I know a lot of Stacys.
I do too.
I know her mom.
Right?
Well, yeah. She's,
Stacy's mom's got it going on.
well, evidently Stacy still got it going on because she is the hotter version of Becky. All right. So she is the female equivalent of Chad.
Okay.
So she's an affluent sorority girl.
When I DJ, there's always a Stacy,
well, yeah, there is.
and she's always up front by the DJ booth dancing.
Well, because
Does she have
she's-
one of these in her hand?
she should.
Of course.
It would make her look better. She is
And she's doing
oblivious.
this.
I
Stacy.
feel like mom's
she's doing that.
dances have to be symmetrical.
Yeah.
Whatever you do on this side, you have to do on the other side.
Yes.
Well, that's
we have
because
to.
that's an 80s and 90s kind of deal.
That's what we do.
But
You can't just work the left and not work the right.
yeah, because you look off. Like, I mean, you just look
I mean,
like
if you're going to push your butt to the left, you push it to the right, you know?
you got to do
We
it.
need to bring back.
Well, Stacy is also oblivious to her own sex appeal, and guys love her. That's why she's out there dancing by the DJ booth.
I
They
want to
do
be a
love her.
Stacy.
They definitely love her.
You
All
want to
right.
be Stacy?
Yeah.
What about a Trixie?
That's who I want to be. Do you ladies, you side chicks, do you know who Trixie is?
I don't know Trixie.
Is
No.
it a stripper?
exactly.
She could
That's
be.
what I think
Trixie
of.
in my day,
It's like
I
a
knew
drag queen.
a couple of Trixies.
That's a candy.
And they worked
to
at
me.
strip clubs.
Thank you. That
And
was my
then
bar name.
My friend Trixie, my friend back then, Trixie, we would go to Curls in Mansura. It's a bar around here years ago.
We live in Louisiana.
Girls with the girls.
And
know Curls.
Trixie was always main stage. She wasn't a stripper,
On the speakers.
but she was always on the speaker.
I know.
Vanilla Ice concert on the speaker.
Mm.
That's Trixie. So
Okay.
this Trixie you speak of here, I don't understand who
Well,
that is.
so these days, Trixie is a social climber. She wants an MRS degree. Do you know what that is? She just wants to get married. But she is very money hungry.
Oh.
That was actually me back in the day, so that should have been my bar
the
name instead of
Trixies
Candy.
I knew would be around 45, 50. This could be them now, yes.
But their real name is not Trixie. This is like the archetype of who a Trixie is.
Oh.
I don't think anybody's naming their baby Trixie anymore.
I wouldn't think so.
You don't doubt people, man.
And then, y'all, what about the poor dude's name, Aaron?
Aaron. We have one of those.
Aaron is that wild guy that you never know when he's going to show up. He just appears.
I think he's a
mean,
freak in the sheets.
But he also doesn't want to be named Aaron anymore
No.
because Key and Peele ruined it for him.
The Aaron we know is a sweet, nice guy, but I bet he's got some cool secrets.
He was actually hitting up on me in front of my husband.
See,
So I was there
Aaron.
because he didn't know that he
Aaron's, I
was
think,
my husband.
Have a little screw loose up there.
Mhm.
I have a
Yeah, bless
question.
his heart. Yes.
So, if Shy and Kathy was an archetype.
Oh, no.
What do you think it would be described as?
Do you want to know who I want to be?
Do you want to know who I
want
think she is?
Oh, if
the
Shy and
honest
Kathy
truth.
was an
So
archetype.
a Shy and a Kathy. What would the archetype be?
Go ahead. Take your best shot. It's your one chance.
Well,
And this could go viral because I might punch you.
Kathy is a name, a persona that acts bougie when she can't really be bougie.
Not true. I can back it up with bills. I got bills.
What do you call that? That's no, I don't know. I don't know how they say that. Anyway, Kathy persona is also one that acts like she's very symmetrical, put together. For
Symmetrical.
the old people, June Cleaver. For the new people, well, it wouldn't be new people. Claire Huxtable.
That's not new.
That's
It's not new. Newer. I don't know. I'm old. Okay. So it would be one of those, like very put together, but you get her somewhere where there's a little bit of wine and some music. And it just all breaks down and turns into just a big ball of fun. However, she's quick to blame her badness behavior on
Somebody
the
named
Shy in the group.
Okay, so
That
let's
she can keep
let's
her
talk about
little
Shy.
bougie,
Shy-
sweet little
whatever.
persona
It's worked for the last.
with her little fuzzy dog that wears crowns and sleeps on pillows.
Yep. It's worked. And will continue to work. No, I'm kidding.
She accessorizes to the extreme and always looks cute.
By the way,
Totally
I
accessorized
from
Catherine.
the waist up am completely Bayou Trends right now. You
very
realize
cute.
that? Thank you. That's her daughter's boutique. Anyway, so who is the Shy archetype? The Shy archetype is somebody
so fun.
that
Who's gonna be at the party?
she's the one that brings her own
last one.
sandwiches to the party.
She's the one that sneaks you into the event instead of buying the ticket.
Oh,
Yes.
she no. Well,
I can see
yes,
that.
yeah. She gets mad if she has to pay for an event. She
That's 20 years of radio. That'll do that too.
also puts out this big bad persona.
Oh, I am a badass.
No, she's not. She
Yes,
is the
I am.
biggest wuss that has walked the face of the earth ever. The only thing she will do is like adrenalized stuff. Like she will like do a zip line. She'll go on, a fair ride that the carnies put together
Jump off a bridge
again.
with a bungee
Yes,
cord.
she did. She jumped off like a Vegas tower. I mean, she'll do that kind of stuff, but put her in a doctor's office or a hospital or having to take care of someone for an
my
extended
kryptonite.
amount of time.
Or a cemetery.
Or no, I
Or
mean,
vault.
so
That's a no-go.
no, darling, you're not a badass.
And you are not bougie.
You
can't be bougie.
You're not bad and you're not bougie. That's what our T-shirt needs to say.
That's it.
That's it. But girlfriend tip of the day, because we've got to leave you guys. Hey, guess what? Don't be a Becky, a Karen, a Kyle, a Chad,
Be
or
a
a
Kathy or
Stacy.
Shy.
Oh, sure.
Bad and bougie.
It's better together.
Not
if
bad,
you're
not
shy and
bougie.
Kathy
Not
together.
bad, not bougie.
Yeah, well, I mean, and then for the poor AA-rons out there, we're sorry. We're sorry. We really like that Key and Peele skit. It was really good. And I watched it again just today. It was really funny. Anyway, you know what? Those folks, except for the Aarons, they're not good girlfriends. They're bad girlfriends.
That's
So
really
if
bad to
you
say.
are one of those,
Could
why
be a
don't
good
you,
Karen out
why
there
don't
that's
you
crying
guys
right now.
consider? No, but I mean, it's not their name; it's their archetype. Consider if you're a Karen, why don't you just de-Karenize yourself just a little bit, and just remember to be girlfriends, stay girlfriends.
No architect.
Archetype.